Transition is the way we move from one shot to another. A common transition that we used to use in film production is the cut, which is normally used in many film production. It serves its benefits. You can take a particular shot and you go ahead and have a break, go and pee, go and have a lunch, and you continue with your shot. You can go to a total different place and you match them together in edit. With a simple cut, it makes it look as if it was shot at the same time and the story continues. In the movie called Extraction, which you might have watched, if you've not watched it, I recommend you watch it if you are into cinematography, because the way the camera movement was done was really impressive. The shots was moved from one shot to another without any visible cut, which there was cut, but it was not visible for like 12 minutes. And so it's worth dissecting how they did it. So in this video, but it's not the total behind the scene of how it happened, but just some points we can actually bring from the Extraction movie, which you can use in your production. You are shooting a skit or shooting comedy or shooting a short movie or something. So let's get right into it. Hello everybody, my name is Cineman from the Cineman Academy, an online platform we established here on making research on how things are done in media, how videos are being made, how pictures were taken, how the animations and visual effects are being added, even how the instruments are being made. And we're trying to see how we can create the same thing with something much more cheaper. So if you are into anything creative like this, so please hit the subscribe button, like a video. That keeps us moving, to another day. Why won't you just hit the subscribe button? So just hit the subscribe button now. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? Oh yeah, we're talking about Transition, which was used in Extraction movie. Extraction movie was a movie that was recommended to me by a friend because they really noticed something about the camera movement that made it look different from every other videos they've watched. Just I watched it and I noticed there was a difference in it, but I couldn't really point out at first. And after watching and trying to break down the edits and the shots, I came to realize that for like 12 minutes there was no cut. It was as if the cameraman was following them for like 12 minutes, which is almost impossible. After watching the behind the scene, I came to notice that there are some places actually that was not even shot beside each other. Like this place, for example, the director said they had to continue. It was shot in a very different environment. Some had to be shot in a different day. Some are not even shot the same time. So it's a very good way they continued the shot without even making it look like it was continued. They used cuts in a way that is not visible. And today I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing if you have just your smartphone, since everyone has a smartphone. But if you have a camera, definitely it's very effective too. One very important thing that actually helps to sell this transition is making sure that there is similarity between the first shot you took and this second. The first shot is panning from right to left. Make sure the second shot is panning from right to left too, at the same speed if possible. If it's moving forward, like zooming in, or maybe you're tracking something, or you're actually going forward with the camera fully, all you have to do is make sure the second shot duplicates the same movement. That's it. You can leave now. Or that's all you have to do to make sure there is similarity in the shots and there is no visible cut. But how can you do this, and how did they do this in the Extraction movie? For example, when they were trying to make it look as if they panned from Simley and who wants to capture the guy, the boy, to the other actor who's the main actor, there was a pan from right to left, then a pan again towards him. Maybe there could be a cut there, but because of the speed and the direction, it won't be visible. The second way you can do this is making sure you end with the same texture, and maybe if you're ending the first video with a black or the texture, make sure your second shot starts with the same color, the same texture. Now it can be easily stitched together without any visible cuts. You can, like the part where they actually stopped by landing on the car and they panned up, there could be a physical cut there. There could be a cut anywhere. So you can go ahead and try it. All you have to do is make sure you move your camera forward and end it behind something like a revealing shot, reverse it, Just end without something and start again second shot with something like that. And all you after that's all you need. Another way you can do this is making sure that your actor repeats the same movements. For example, the common one where you see where the person jumps up and then comes back with different clothes. Very simply on TikTok, all you have to do is just let the person do his thing, change his clothes, and repeat the same action. The part where you looked as if he went to the glasses or went to the object or went to the door without the moment thing. He actually went to the glass of the car behind without breaking it, which when I watched it was the first effect I actually noticed, and I was like, wow, how did they do that? But thanks to Jody found the posts on Cineman, now we know how they did it. Just do the same thing. Take your camera close to the windscreen to the car and go to the other side and continue. With some effect and some trick and maybe a little dissolve, don't put it dissolve. Just a simple code, you can make it look as if it went through it. So that's all you need to do. Really, that's it. Except you want to break the glass like they did. But if you can't, just make sure it goes right through it. You can do it for anything. Make it go through a door, make it go through a window. Just anything. Really, anything. Okay, so that's it for this video today. If you learned something new, if you were reminded something you knew long ago, or if you enjoyed the Extraction movie, or if you just like me because you like seeing my face, just consider subscribing to the channel and like the video. I'll see you in the next video. Always remember, creativity is in you and it's priceless. See ya! So if you watched the Extraction and there was something cinematography about it you liked, you made the color grading, I don't know, just I would like to hear your comment. When you watched the Extraction movie, what was the first thing you noticed about it? Was it interesting? Were you bored? What is another thing that made it different from other movies you might have watched?